Welcome back to another energy update. It's Alysa Rushton here, helping you create more magic and miracles every single day by raising your vibration and expanding your consciousness. Okay, let's talk about the energies for June. We'll go through these and I'll give you some tips along the way. You can already feel the potent energy coming in for this month of June, and it's probably been feeling very intense for you. One of the main themes that's coming for this month is big changes in perception. So this can happen for the collective and it can happen for you individually on how you perceive the world. Now, I suspect that you already have had some pretty massive changes in perception, and there will be more. There will be ways in which we will see the world that we cannot unsee. And this also might happen in your own personal reality. So for example, this might be happening on the collective global layer, and it also might be happening to you within your family structure, within your relationship structure. There might be some things coming out right now in this energy that are very difficult to see. But, and here's a tip, it's going to cause an expansion of your heart. It's going to cause you to go deeper into your heart space and project out more love, find more internal peace no matter what. And that's really what these big energies are doing. They're triggering places in us where we still go to those default emotions, whatever those default emotions are, and they're showing us what those default emotions are. So these big changes in perception, whether it's on the global scale, which is going to happen for June, there will be places where we cannot see our reality the way we once saw it. It's going to cause us to go within ourselves, find deeper layers of peace, more love, so that we can harness that and project it outwards. And you're now realizing with this new energy of June that what once was solid in your life, maybe it was a job, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was a way you perceived your family structure, is now very unsolid. Now, here's the really cool thing about that. When we notice something that's always been solid, say for example, that crystal over there, we think that it's harder to work with. And when something becomes unsolid or unstable, it's actually much easier to work with and move and shift the energy. So even though it might be feeling as though some things are kind of crumbling around you or the earth is moving beneath your feet, that's a good thing. You want to remember that this is your chance to really become the energy master that you are, to become the divine creator of your life that you are. And you can move and shift and change those energies. You know, for so long we've been taught that someone's coming to save us and that there's this whole idea of the second coming. And I personally feel that you are the second coming, that you are this divine creator of your life, and that you are here to help save yourself. You're here to help save this planet, in fact. And that's why you're here, and that's why you're watching these videos, and that's why you're doing all that you can right now. And so this solid becoming unsolid, whether it's with your finances or a job or something in that nature, what's really amazing, and this leads us to one of our final points, which I'll talk about a little bit, is that it's going to allow you to shift things and change things so that you're more in alignment with your soul's purpose, with your soul's mission, and doing things in a fun way and in a way that you would prefer, because we've been doing things in these old ways that we've always thought we had to do them in. And quite frankly, we don't have to do things in the old way anymore. So now's this time when the solid becomes unsolid, that we can remember and remind ourselves that we can move and work with this energy even when it's unstable. That's actually a good thing. So if you're in that situation, maybe you're going through a job loss, maybe you don't know if your company is going to be here one day or the next, right? So in that moment, you remind yourself that this is a good thing. When the solid becomes unsolid, I can work with it better. I can move the energy. I can change and shift the energy. And that's what's really important. Next up, we have ego unwinding. And this is important because many of us, myself included, have tied our ego into things that really don't serve us. And it's that old value system. So we're going to be unwinding even more from these old values of success in the old way, success at any cost, and finances at any cost, and ruling people, and sort of that tyrannical power and control. And we're going to be unwinding our egos from that old structure and finding new structures. You're really being invited into finding sovereignty within yourself. You're being invited to, this month of June, July, and August, to remember that you are a sovereign being, and to remind yourself that no one can tell you what to do except for you. No one can decide what's right for you except for you. And that's really this energy that's coming through. And with all of the political unrest that's happening now, and the global unrest that's happening now, even with that, you can decide, do I want to join a protest? Do I want to send a petition? Or do I simply want to shift my energy and send this massive wave of energetics that's going to help shift these situations? You get to choose your own experience here. And it's that ego unwinding from how we thought problems had to be solved, and things had to be managed, and people had to be controlled, and finances had to be created. We're unwinding from that whole structure. And when we're doing that ego unwinding, things can feel a little unsolid, by the way. It can feel a little out of control. But remember, once again, you are the divine creator of your life. You can shift into remembering that you get to choose your own experience here. And that's really what it's all about. And you can choose how you want to show up, what energy you want to bring. And if something's an energy that you don't prefer and that you don't like, you can just simply choose to not match that energy and be a stronger energetics of love, of peace, of ease, bringing in the energetics that you wish to hold and maintain through your body. Is this work? Absolutely it is. But that's why you're here. Next up is not having what you had in the way that you once had it. So when that job goes away, or when that business stops, or when that relationship is trying to come back in, or whatever it is for you, or that family situation, remember that now is the time to not have what you had in the old way. However you were participating in that energy that allowed it to show up in that way, is now your time to say, I'm unplugging from that. I'm going to pull the plug on that energy, and I simply will choose to not create it in my life in a different way. So this might be with family, this might be with relationships, this might be with your relationship with yourself, this might be with money, but you're being invited here to really do things drastically different and spend some time this month thinking about, what would you create? How would you create it? What new ideas could come in to handle these situations that you haven't thought about before? Just open to more expansive questions, and you'll find that the answers come. Remember that now is the time for your highest good to come in. We've been talking about highest possible timelines, and that's really what this time is all about, for you and your highest good to come in. And that really does mean not creating it the old way, doing it in new and expanded ways, and bringing in new energy, new momentum, new people, old people in different energy. So that's this time, not doing it in the old way, and doing whatever it takes to recreate something new. In fact, to not even recreate, to create something brand new. Last, we've got awakening through abundance and political and social unrest. So this first wave of mass awakenings happened through this viral situation and the going within. There's a second wave that's coming, and it is through abundance and some unrest. So if you have done the work of these last few months, you might get some more awakening, some more expansion of through abundance. And what I mean by that is you might find that abundance is coming in whole and new and different ways. If you've done the ego unwinding work, you might find that things are just happening for you, and they're on track, and money's flowing in. And it's not, from that place of, I gotta get. It's from the place of you're fully supported and fully cared for and taken, taken into account for from the universe. And you're taking yourself into account. You're doing things that are nourishing for yourself. You might find that there's a job loss situation. However, again, you're going to ego unwind from that and do what's on your soul's highest path, doing what's on your soul's highest mission. You might find that there's a new opportunity that comes your way, that you've been asking for multiple streams of income, and boom, here it is. You don't really know all the ways that it's going to come in, but this awakening through abundance is really very strong in June. There's a strong energetics of massive abundance here to support you. And so my guidance here is really just start staying in the question of, what could make this situation even better? How could I bring in even more abundance that's super aligned with my soul's highest mission, the maximum pleasure in my life, and the world's highest good? Those kind of questions are going to really draw to you the experiences, the people, the things necessary for you to create new abundance in your life and create things from a brand new set of values. There is some global unrest happening at this time, but remember that this global unrest is another layer of awakening, and these folks have chosen to awaken during this time through this unrest process. Now, your job as the light worker, you watching this video, is to remember to hold that place of peace, of love. Hold that spot where people can rise up and match you. Remind people of who they are, and all you have to do this is just be an example. That's your job right now, is just to be that example so that people can rise up, because it's new future time. It's highest good time. We are here to create a new future. The months of June, July, and August are going to be a super propellant into doing that. So moment by moment, just remind yourself to have more love, hold more peace, hold that frequency of your highest timelines. Take little actions that are in alignment with your passions, your pleasures, and your joys, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to unwind from the way we've been doing things for thousands of years. Okay, well, that's your June energy update. I'd love to hear what you're currently unwinding from, so pop your comments below. I love you so much. Thank you for being such a beacon of light and a shining example here at this time. It takes a strong soul to do it, and I'm so grateful that you're here. I love you, and bye for now.